Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how I organize all of my drills for diamond painting, both spares and like the drills for my current kits that I'm working on. This was one of my favorite type of videos to watch when I first started, and honestly I still watch them. I love like kitting down videos, kitting up videos, just storage, spare organization videos, but today I'm going to start by showing the things that I kit up in. So these are kind of like pretty standard. I do pretty much only use Tic Tac containers. I know that a lot of people don't love Tic Tac containers, and I feel like their reasons are valid, like because sometimes these lids are loose or they're too tight, and like these can break off pretty easily if you're not careful. I feel like there's other reasons people have given, but I love these. One, because I can open them one-handed, and two, because there's the multiple sizes. Obviously, like, if I had the money for Elizabeth's board, like, those have even more sizes, but, like, these are such a cheap option that already comes with multiple sizes, as opposed to a lot of the, like, twist-off, like, little round jars. I know that there are a few different heights and sizes of those, but I don't feel like they mix as well. I also like how compactly squares fit. Like, there's not wasted space. But I specifically have two of these, which each holds 64 of the small jars, or 32. But, you know, I'll mix and match the different sizes depending on how many drills I have each color. And then I just keep them numbered so that I remember which kit it goes to. And that's kind of goes to for all of my, like, kit up storage stuff. I used to label them, and then I decided to start numbering them because I got too many. In addition to those, I have this tray, which I believe was actually a tray of chocolates from a Christmas party. But it's a nice, thick acrylic tray. It fits these fairly nicely, and it fits more of them than these ones do. Because these ones fit 64 of the smaller size. This one would fit 75. So currently this has my main whip in it. This is the square that I'm working on, and this one is one that I only work on very occasionally, because I only work on it when I'm talking to my sister. I did just recently buy this big honking thing, which would hold up to 126 of the small ones. It came with 60 of the large ones, but then there was wiggle room, so I added in another line of small ones, and I plan to use this for when I get plant delivery, because I'm getting that for my birthday. It's already here, and I hate waiting, but because that one has 76 colors, I'm hoping that, you know, it's a decent number of colors, so I'm guessing that there will be quite a few that'll fit in the smaller containers, so I won't need 60 large containers. But, in case that this somehow still doesn't fit, I did start looking around my apartment, and I have all of these, they're like document boxes. But these, I tested it out, and they fit perfectly in them 80 of the larger containers, which would be 160 of the smaller containers. I have no idea where these came from. Apparently my uncle had picked them up at a thrift store at some point, and then realized he did not need them, and gave them to my mom, who gave them to me because she knows that I like that kind of stuff. I do think that these would also be really nice down the road for, like, more spare storage, because we'll get to that later, but I'm kind of already running out of space in what I'm doing for my spare storage right now. And after the cases and the tray, I also have 2 of these drawers that go in this ArtDot system that I use for smaller colored kits. These ones only hold 35 each, but they're nice for like snack size kits. So I have those. And moving on from that, I will now pull out this big guy. Make sure it's in frame. This was something I bought very early on when I started diamond painting. It's the drawer system from ArtDot. I actually bought 3 different sets because they have a 9 set, I bought a set of 4, and then I bought a set of 2. The reason I bought these was because I'd mainly gotten into diamond painting to make custom diamond paintings, and I found that ArtDot, they sell all 445 colors, 1,000 each, on Amazon. I think it's normally around 30 bucks. Sometimes it goes on sale for 25. So I've actually bought those sets of drills twice now. The rest of them, because these smaller things only fit 1,400, so I've bought them twice. I have 2,000 of each color. So my extras are in there, but I'm not going to pull that out right now. I don't think that's going to happen. But I have 15 drawers in total. The 445 colors fit in 13, and that's why I have the 2 extra set aside for smaller kids. And I could have just not bought the set of 2 and just left it at 13, but I wanted it to be a perfect rectangle, and also this happens to be pretty much the perfect size to fit inside a Calyx unit, which is very pleasing. But with these, I just have them numbered for by DMC order. I do have a bigger case for 310s, but that's the only and one for 365 and 5200. And then I have, those are random ABs that I bought from Diamond Painting USA, or I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I just designed these labels myself, printed them out, and cut them out with just, slicer, and they just slip behind. And I do like that you can put pretty much any label you want on these. I'm very glad that ArtDot did that. They also sell these drawers with the jar containers, if you prefer those. I don't know how many jars fit in each drawer, but they do have that option. But yeah, all of those ones. I just bought the rounds. ArtDot does have squares. I've heard that they're kind of bad quality. They are all acrylic, so I'm okay with acrylic rounds. And I've used acrylic squares too, actually. I'm working on a diamond painting with acrylic squares right now, and it hasn't been too bad. But I'm just letting you know that apparently their square drill quality is kind of bad. But I am very happy with their rounds, and I'm very happy with how that all turned out. But that's, I guess this is kind of spares, but not technically spares, because they didn't come from an extra thing. Also, something from ArtDot that I ended up buying is this color chart. I was reluctant to buy it. I think it goes for like 15 bucks on Amazon, which seemed kind of pricey for me, until I realized that it comes with all the drills glued in. You don't have to go through your stash and put down your own drills, but especially because I make custom diamond paintings, it's a lot easier for me to look through this, which is in color order, and try to find a color that I think would be good when charting, than trying to look through the one that's ordered in DMC order. So I ended up buying this while it was on sale, because the 15 did seem a bit steep, but since getting it, I have not regretted it for a second. And it is also useful for, if you have a kit that you don't have the DMC numbers for, then it literally is so easy, because it's by color order especially, to actually find the matching color for it. So that's also from ArtDot. Now we gotta move on to what is actually really my spares. So I have these two tower systems. This is my rounds, this is my squares. I will need to get more squares, I am sure, or more pieces for the squares, because with me getting plant delivery, which is a square kit, I'm sure I will end up with a lot more squares. So for these, I was really upset, because you'll see, they're not actually the same size, but when I went to first buy one for my squares, I went back to like my order history to find this, and they weren't in stock. And it didn't tell me if they would, it was like, currently unavailable, we don't know if or when this will ever be back. So that kind of sucks. But I found something similar, it is slightly smaller. I could have bought a bigger, like a taller tower, but they don't link together, which kind of irks me, not gonna lie, but I guess it is what it is. With the rounds, you'll see I have stickers on top of all of these. These are just stickers that I printed and then used my Cricut to cut out. Pretty, like, no fuss basic thing. I've considered buying stickers, but a lot of them look bigger than would fit easily on the smaller Tic Tac containers. They'd probably fit on the bigger ones, but I'd be worried about the small ones. And I figured I had sticker paper, I have a printer, I have a Cricut. We might as well print them out. I do try to keep, like, you'll see with my 744s, I have two of them because they are different shades. And then when I get one that is, like, won't fit in the smaller containers, I switch them over to a bigger Tic Tac container. And these are also in DMC order from bottom to top. And these fit, how many is it? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 18 times 5, except this middle row only fits 17 because they have these weird dents things in the middle. I don't know what that math is. But as you can see, I have a lot of rounds. The first two are completely full, and then I've got the bottom two. With squares, I don't have nearly as many, because the only square kits that I've actually completed have been paint gems. I do also take my roommate's spares, because she has no interest in keeping them, and so she was like, sure, take them, I don't need them. But squares, with the squares, I haven't bothered to print off more stickers for these. When I printed these off, I only had rounds, thinking I only want to keep about 2. I wouldn't want to keep more than 2, like, variations of the same color. At that point, I would get too annoyed. So I only printed off 2 sets. But with the squares, I kept the paint gem stickers on the ones that I had kitted up into. One, because the paint gem stickers don't come off easily. Actually, mainly that's the main reason. And then for ones that I got from my roommate, because she has her own system for kitting up, I just wrote the DMC numbers on them. But yeah, I don't, like, only that only the first row on the bottom stack has squares in it right now, but that will soon change. If I can stack these even. So, like I mentioned, once I get one of the smaller containers too full, I switch it to a big container. The sticker paper that I printed the stickers on is really easy to peel and stick, like re-stick. It doesn't have any issues with that, so I just peel it off the old container and put it on the bigger one. And then with my 310, I've transferred it to this because I didn't want to have, you know, a bunch of space taken up in there just by 310s. So this one, this actually holds 10,000 drills in it, almost exactly. Which is neat. I think it's like a 4-ounce container. I kind of want to buy spice jars for when I start amassing even more drills. I could just switch them all to spice jars and, like, line them up on a spice shelf. But for now, the only one that's that absurd is the 310. And then last of all of those is my crystals, because I've done a lot of like, I mean, not a lot, but I've done several like off canvas projects. I've done some magnets and some coasters, and all of those have had like crystals slash rhinestones as opposed to like typical things. None of them, all of them have been from Amazon, and none of them have had any sort of like color coding system. So I've just been storing those in baggies, trying to just color match by eye, and then I just have them sorted in this floss organizer by color. So I have blacks, browns, white. This looks like it is. Oh my gosh. Reds and oranges, yellows, greens, blues, purples, and pinks. And then this is what I use up all of, because you almost always get like extra baggies. I don't get into baggies. I don't use them for my main spares. So like this is what all of my extra baggies go to, is my crystals slash rhinestones. I would like to find a better system for this. I don't love it, but I also don't have that many of them. So like I know that at this point it's manageable enough that when I do find a better system for it, it'll be relatively easy to switch over. It's not going to take me ages. Whereas if I decided to switch systems with these, that would almost certainly take a very long time. Yeah, that is how I organize all of my drills. The ArtDot stuff, the towers, these cases, even the big case, that's all from Amazon. So I will link to those if I remember. I should remember, because that's the only thing I need to link to in the description. I would be very interested to know how you guys organize your drills, if you even keep them, or if you have gone out and bought the ArtDot pack of them. And if you did, like, what do you use all of them for? Because I use them to make custom diamond paintings, but I know a lot of people will just keep them in case they run low, or stuff like that. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you again later, and have a good day.